Well, what the heck? I can't sit. Ooh.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Amber, your MC, and I want to thank you all for joining us here at the Pamela Life Show, where we showcase talents, businesses, and the different cultures here on Second Life. We're always on the lookout for new guests, so if you are in entertainment, the arts, a builder, the head of a clan, etc., or if you would like to be one of our sponsors, please contact Josie Wells, Sin, Raven, our host Pamela, or myself, Amber. You can also contact on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And we also have an email address. Just touch the contact info board on your left. We publish the Infinity magazine here, and if you would like to subscribe and receive the most recent article, just touch one of the subscribers at the bottom of the stage. And we also have the Pamela Live Show subscriber sitting on each side of the stage, and you can click one of these subscribers to receive information on any upcoming shows. And you can also join our group, Electoris Enterprises. We have the Secrets Nightclub, a hot nightclub with live DJs, shows, and fun theme parties. Oh, and there's also a game area there with a variety of games to include Parcheesi, Skippy, Spades, and of course Greedy. Oh, and we also have bowling lanes there. So feel free to grab some friends. Join us at the Secrets Nightclub for dancing, socializing, and games. Well, tonight's show, we have William Scott, also known as DJ Will. We have SLP Editor-in-Chief, Riri Sandalwood, and our live guest singer, Lady Java Divine. And now, your host for the Pamela Live Show, the lovely Pamela Electoris.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone? You look good out there. Give me a 1 if you can hear me. I always have to have that because, I'll be running my mouth and don't hear nobody. And I have to start all over again. So I decided I'll ask that first. Thank you so much for coming. Listen, TP your friends in. A lot have never seen a live talk show. TP them in. Tell them to come on in. They might hear something or learn something that somebody is doing and encourage them too. So that's what we like to think of this as, not only a networking type of a show, but also, where we sit down and learn, where people started off coming into Second Life just like you and me. And they are, they're doing so many incredible things here in Second Life. So I always like to start off with a nice poem or a nice reading, and I have help here finding stuff. So this one I found out today was very good. I always like to read about something that is uplifting, So the name of this is called Giving Our Best by a poet called Julia Herbert. Okay, Julia Herbert. Giving Our Best. Every day that we are alive, we should be asking ourselves whether we are giving our best to each day. This is something we may not see at all. Each day we are giving is a gift, and to waste it would be very wrong. But our lives are just that, ours to do with and hope our lives long. But that's just it. Our lives may not be long and come to an end before we are ready. Don't be that person who regrets. Live your life full and steady. Close your eyes and go to sleep, knowing you conquered your day. Your life will be very successful, and you'll be happy to look back when you're gray. I thought that was sweet, and I hope you enjoyed it. It's called Giving Our Best. And really, that's all we can do, isn't it? We might not be perfect and whatever that we do, but if we give our best, I think that's enough, isn't it? You can't do no better. So I enjoyed that. I hope you did too. As we go along, you can look around. We have subscribers all around. Subscribe. It don't cost you a group or anything, and that way you will know when we're having guests on every Sunday. You'll find out, or who we're having here. You might want to come and listen to them also. Also, to my right, you see the 3 roses over here. That is our love jar, I call it. That's how we give our staff here. That's what they live on, even though they do it for the love of it. But, you know, it's nice to encourage people, you know. So also, we have Affinity Magazine here. We hope to get a new issue out soon for those who's had it. But just click on it, and when we do have a new issue, you will have it. We have an awesome lineup today. And matter of fact, all but one is new to the show. And I think you're going to enjoy some things. We have on our show, we have as she had said, we have William Scott, we have Riri Sounderwood, and we have Lady Java Divine. I don't see Lady here yet, but hopefully she gets here. She's been on the show before, and she used to get here at the last minute, but she's here. So we pray that. And if not, you know what? We do have some singers in the audience. She gonna kill me, not unless you all want me to sing, but you know, it is what it is. So I have to laugh at that because I know she gonna kill me. Thank you, Lauren, for that awesome gift. Thank you so much for that love. Our first guest I'm gonna call out, and I'm going to call out William. I want to talk with him. He's a friend of ours to the staff here in Second Life. But I didn't know he's been through some things, and I thought that it would be sweet for him to be able to share it with you. So we're going to start right now. We're going to call out William. William, come on out here, hon. Come on over here. I don't bite. See, he didn't get here till the last minute. I'm going to get on him. I don't know if he was asleep or what he was doing, but we had to get on him. Give me a hug here. See, I see his brains. I don't see a face because he has that new head on or something, and I see brains and hair on top of his head, and it's crazy, but that's what I see. And I see button for eyes, but I'm sure he's handsome. Am I right, Will?
Yeah,
so come on over here. Yeah, I hear you. Come on over here and have a seat. Let's talk a bit.
Works for me.
Yeah. So now I just want to say this before I go on. Usually I don't sit first, but sit in the chair. There we go. Now what happened today? You scared me. I'm saying, where is Will at? And you know, we went everywhere trying to get you, and finally you're here. So I said, maybe he's running scared, huh?
No, I had to hook up a new keyboard to my computer.
Okay, I got you. Well, listen, Will, tell the people here what brought you here to Second Life. You know, who brought you into Second Life? How did you find Second Life?
I found Second Life through a TV show, actually.
Really?
And it was on an episode of CSI.
I've heard of that before. People have found Second Life through CSI. It featured in one of their series or something, right?
Yeah, and it just caught my attention, and I had to see if it was just made up for the show or if it was an actual game, and it ended up being real, so...
You could click on that cushion, too, and choose another set. Or the back of it somewhere or another. It might turn colors too. Who knows? This place is crazy. But anyway, so you found Second Life here on CSI, okay, which is one of those murder mystery type shows. So now, after you got here, tell us some of the things that you've been doing since you've been in Second Life.
Well, I actually started off and on way back in 2007. This is not my first Abby, but when I first started, it was just a place for me. Since I am disabled, it was a place for me to do things that I can't do in real life.
Okay. Now, so tell us some of the things you have done since you've been here.
Well, just as far as like dancing and things like that, you know, I used to, before I actually started working and having jobs, I used to just go to the different clubs and dance and just roam around and do those type of things because I can't get to those places in
in real
RL,
life.
so it just made
So,
it easier.
so you were doing a lot of exploring and just doing things. Now, a lot of people don't know what's going on that you said you couldn't. Now, you have a condition or however you want to call it. Tell us about what's going on with you that you can't dance, as you said, in real life, but you could dance in here.
Well, I have cerebral palsy. I
Mm-hmm.
am in a power wheelchair, so obviously, I can't get up and shake it like everybody else. So,
Mm-hmm,
that just coming here just gives me the opportunity to go out and do the things that, whether it be because of transportation or other things, I just can't do here in RL.
Now, silver palsy, what symptoms do a person see? Is that where you can't do it, disable your muscles, you can't walk or talk, or, I mean, you can talk evidently, but I would say, you can't, because, matter of fact, we had him in our magazine too, but we had him on here. He actually typed, he couldn't talk, but he actually typed with his eye. And I forget what that was in Josie. I don't know whether it was what you have or muscular dystrophy. I forget which one it was, but evidently you can speak. So tell us some of the things. Were you born with this? Is it something that came to you because of heredity, or tell us something about it.
Cerebral palsy is caused by a lack of oxygen to the brain before you are born. It affects your nervous system, and honestly, it affects everybody differently. There's people that have cerebral palsy that can't speak clearly. There's people that can't feed themselves and do basic daily functions, and then there's people like me who just can't walk but are fully functioning in every other way because of the effect that it has on the nerves and the muscles and things like that.
Wow, wow. That's because of just no oxygen. And that means a delay with your crying or what? Or before you come out of the canal. How was that explained to you?
I was 2 months premature. What my parents have told me, they said that if I would have been born a year earlier, I wouldn't have made it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Because I noticed a lot of babies are being born that wouldn't have made it, as you said. Because I know they've even had some 4 and 5 month preemies live. I've seen it on television where the medical society have really stepped up on newborn babies of survival, which they normally wouldn't have survived, Now, so you didn't have the oxygen, so in cerebral palsy, you can't walk. Are you limited to anything else?
As far as, day-to-day activities go, not really, because, since I was born with my disability, I've learned to adapt to what I can and can't do, or finding different ways to do it. I've traveled, I've, protested for disability rights. I've been to college. So as far as being limited, that's kind of subjective, because I know people that are in better conditions than I am that limit themselves because they don't think they can.
And you know what it is about, all in the mind, and it's about that's a true statement. We limit ourselves because we say what we can't do without even trying. And that holds true for people who are healthy, can do everything, and they limit themselves. And that's a good saying from a person who is limited. Now, in here, besides going to dancing, you have started DJing. And people, I'm going to tell you, he is an awesome DJ. Now, did you find out you had to work things differently, or or what? I mean, how did you get into starting the DJ? And then tell us what your clique is, and tell us about all of that.
I got started because actually my first job in SL was hosting, and I realized that with my typing limitations and everything like that, I could not keep up with the crowd and greet them or whatever they needed. I just couldn't keep up with the speed that they were coming into the places that I was working at. And my first love and passion has always been music. So when I found out that I could DJ, that's the route that I went.
Well, I like to tell everyone, you are an awesome DJ, and you do work the clubs, and even with your issues, and that's one good thing I like about Second Life. You can be homebound and never come out, but you can have friends, you can socialize, as well as you can pick up something that you can do and enjoy here in Second Life. DJing, even though you could take DJing to all kind of steps, even in the real world. But, in a yak for music, I know everybody, some people just wanted something to do and make lindens in here, and it's okay, I'm going to DJ. But it's a lot of people really don't have a rhythm of how to DJ. You got to put certain musics together, and the flow of the music and the love of music. I think make the best DJ. Matter of fact, out there in the crowd, we also have another awesome DJ, and I always tell her she's a mentor of mine, and that's Jaja. She's a very awesome DJ out here, as well as some others, which I will give Lyndon to later on. But tell us, what do you see yourself? Because we got some more guests here. Tell us, where do you see yourself? What do you see yourself doing here in Second Life in the next year or two?
Within the next year or two, that really depends. Because right now, not only am I a DJ, but I am also a DJ manager for a club. But I like both sides of it. I enjoy interacting with people first and foremost, so I would like to see myself maybe sticking with the management things, but every time I say that, I always end up coming back to working myself to the bone and playing music, because that's the fun part.
So, in other words, you really like DJing more than managing, because managing, you got to put all of the DJs first, right? I hear you. You know what? This is your first time here, and I hope that you have many good things come from this. And I'm going to tell everybody out there, give it up for DJ Will. I think he's an awesome young man to do the things he do here in Second Life with what he has going on in his life. Everybody give it up for DJ Will. As you kind of scoot down one seat for me, Will, we're going to have our next guest. But before I do that, thank you. I'm going to have to say silly here, but I call her Deborah also for that love. And also out in the audience, as I said, we have Jaja. And like I said, she was always a good mentor for me. She's an awesome DJ and a businesswoman in here. She builds too now. She can build a house, a mansion. She can build a barn, okay? She can do that. I know it. I've seen it. Okay. Also, we have Lauren Illo out there. She's an awesome singer. She might have to come up here today. I talked to Java a little earlier. She said she was definitely going to be here, but maybe something happened with the computer. I don't know, but we will see. She said, Lord, get ready, girl. They don't want to hear me sing. So I don't think so. Anyway, also, also I have to give kudos out there to my good friend. She's the reason I'm in here in Second Life. I met her on Facebook. Her name was Cookie out there. She said, "Girl, you got to come on over here." She brought me over here. Some of her friends gave me my first skin and whatever, and I've been here ever since. So I'm glad to see you here, Cookie. Okay, so now our next guest, we're going to come out, and she's first time she's been here, I believe, and she's got a whole lot going on. She's going to come out and tell us about it. Come on out here, Riri Sandalwood. Everybody, give it up for Riri as she comes on out. How you doing, Riri? Hello, put your voice on. I'm sending you out. There you go. There you go. Sometimes it's hard to get us on, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Oh.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, the hug. We got it. We got it. It wasn't as bad as I can get on. Sometimes I'm backwards. Who knows? But come on over and have a seat and let's talk a bit. Everybody give it up for Riri Sandalwood. Riri, tell us how you came to Second Life. I always ask that. I'm going to have to get me a new question, but I like to hear people because there's so many different ways. Some of them are funny and some of them are serious because I've had some stories up here. But tell us how you came into Second Life.
Oh, well, that's kind of an interesting story. I used to play on a game called IMVU years ago, and it became too restrictive on IMVU. So a friend of mine, Ebony, she suggested that I come to Second Life because it's a little bit more laid back here. So the first day I got my AV, looking right and everything else. I didn't look like a newbie because I had that experience with IMVU. But to make a long story short, I've been here ever since because it's so much fun. There's so many different kinds of people that you can meet here. So that's how I pretty much came here. I came here from another game.
Okay. So tell us now some of the things you've done, your journey up until you got to where you are now. So tell us some of the things you've done because you're doing something that I like. But what all did you do to get here?
Well, it's fun. It's funny because just like Will, I used to come here primarily just to club and go to different venues and things of that sort. But when I came back after a 2-year hiatus, I decided that I wanted to do something else besides, in addition to having fun. And I started off as a host, and I do occasionally host now for DJ Pink.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, I do. And but I started off as a host, and I worked with a few other DJs in that, and then I also worked for the SL Inquirer. I worked for them for 2 years, but ultimately I had decided that I wanted to have my own publication, and I was interested in just writing. I wanted to resume, writing, and I wanted to write about things that were not just about Second Life, but about real life too. I wanted to do a little bit of both, and I knew that the only way I could accomplish that is if I forked it out on my own. But those are some of the things that I've done in World.
Okay, yeah, because now she was on the show, matter of fact. It was her second time because she was on here a few years ago from the Second Life Acquire. She was on here about a couple of weeks ago, I believe. Yeah. So I said, well, I'm going to get two different type of magazines or blog. She called her more blogging too. So yours is SL Parade. Now, is this also like a newspaper or is it a magazine?
It's a little bit of both. I would say more, I call it a publication because I wanted to be a little bit of everything across the board. And I also wanted to kind of translate into academic circles too. So I would say that it's a publication because I do want it to translate out there, with my colleagues out in the academia too.
Okay, so now tell us what all is this paper about. Now I did not I know you founded it and everything, so just tell us some of the things that that your writings consist of. Is it about second life, real life, or what, or a mixture of the both, or fashion?
It's a mixture. Yeah, it's a mixture of both, and usually my writers and I encourage them to write about whatever they would like to write about, what they, any kind of investigative reporting. I encourage it, but it's primarily like third person investigative reporting type of methods. It's not like first person per se, and it's usually written in third person, omniscient, so in other words, it's like we don't know who is speaking, so to speak. But for the most part, I think that's what that's pretty much. I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, I just wanted, because I put in the link. I think, is this the link where your paper is that I just put on there?
Actually, that link right there is where my headquarters is located, and I encourage everyone to come by and visit. My SL brother, VP Sandalwood, and we live there too. But I also encourage people to come by and drop off any kind of story suggestions or ads that they would like to include in the SL parade. So, it's just my way of welcoming everyone into my home, but I have to be very careful because we've had some snaffles.
I hear you.
We done walked up on people and stuff like this, so yeah.
They be using your hand. They be using your land like a hotel, huh? I remember, you know what I did? You know what I did, Riri? I walked in the house one time, and I had one of the rooms. This has been a while ago. I had one of this room. I had a bathroom set up and everything, a real nice tub. I come in there. You wouldn't believe what I found. I found bags in there. They had a ditto or whatever. I don't know what all. They had all kinds of sex toys up in there. And I'm saying, I don't believe this person, And of course, by, editing the name and whatever, I was able to ban them from being there. But I think everybody, for their special home, should have like a orb or something. And I turned mine off for friends. I forget to turn it on, turn it back on. So I have to be careful on that too, because people, it's an invasion of your privacy, but I don't know, people maybe, if you want to see how I'm living, just ask, and I'll let you have a tour, but, just to go in there, but, that do happen. Like I said, people have their houses open, and they don't buy any land or anything, but they'll use yours.
Yes, I learned that, but, ironically enough, they're always in my brother's room. They always are in his room versus in my room, so me and him have been kind of toggling about why is it that they prefer his versus mine.
Well, he must have had the good stuff or whatever, maybe. So, maybe that's it, But at least that beat, I remember I was telling someone earlier, and I know we got to talk a little bit because if not, you know who you are out there, going to have to come up here because I haven't seen my other girl come. But when it happened up until maybe about 4 years ago, this guy used to get in my box. But when I was more new at the first time, the first few times, and he would TP me to a store, and he would be in the bed butt naked in the store, on one of those balls or whatever, asking me to jump on a ball, right? And it's so invasive. It's almost like it's real life, and you be trying to get out of there, you get nervous and don't know what button to push, you haven't too long learned how to walk. So I said, why did he do that? I didn't understand that. But he would always be at a store somewhere, and TPing me, and I forget who it was, and I would go, and I said, I don't believe this. This guy just, and maybe he would get some people to get on the ball, but it wasn't me, and I felt violated. I really did.
Yeah, sometimes it's easy to feel that way. I wrote an essay about that actually. I wrote about how sometimes even in SL that people can become victims of unwanted role play, and so I write about stuff like that too. That was like a first person piece, like an editorial. But even though that's the case, I wrote about that too. But I write about things, about things that you really don't usually hear about. I'll write about it. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So, wait a minute. Is this? I keep putting this up. I think I'm putting this up. I'm not sure because the is that
Yep, that's the
or
that's
is
the
that where you can pick
website.
up the magazine? Okay. So
Yeah,
everybody,
what they can,
look on that.
yeah, they can, yeah, they could get the web address, just post it there. I don't have a
Mhm.
physical magazine. What I do is I just post everything online. Go essentially create a companion magazine, to go with it. But right
Mhm.
now, that's it is. I had Bite Dream help me lay out the web page, so it looks a lot more professional and more polished.
Because I know we're doing a magazine here, and in doing that, I wanted it to be, because I look at the internet magazines or papers, they look so polished, as you said, it has that. And I think that we made a good magazine personally, especially not to really know much about it. But, I mean, it really do look very polished. It looks very classy, and that's my goal, is to try to get to that point,
Yes,
where it
that's
can be
another goal
received.
of mine too. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt,
Okay.
but that's
No,
another
no, go
goal of
ahead.
mine too. Like I noticed that in world that there's a lot of quote unquote competition among publications, and that's not my aim. My aim is for us to work collaboratively all together and even quote from each other like they do in academic circles. That's what I'm really interested in. And, I would love to have like a guest writer in the SL parade, and then I can guest write in there, and, and even have them quote from my article. That would be an honor. Like I quote,
Mhm.
from other sources too.
Okay, so you are receiving other writers who want to put stuff in there,
Oh,
and things like that.
yes, I'm hiring writers. Right now I am the SL parade and I need help.
I hear you. I hear you. Because you know what? It's hard to get some help, isn't it? Because I've been trying to get mine back on the road. I'm not a writer or whatever. And then the editor-in-chief, she started doing something else because I was doing so much, and I ended up not there. And so she started doing something else. So I had to regroup everything. So I'm trying to get everybody back in it because I think it's fun. It's so many people with so many different ideas and so many talented people here in Second Life. I mean, beautiful writing, and some of them not even doing it professionally, and I think they can. They have that edge on it, and we got some beautiful stories for the magazines, and they were just doing it, and I loved it. So I know there's a lot of people here who is actually into doing this, of writing. So if anybody out there who have a story, or you take short stories, what kind of writings are you looking for, Riri?
Oh, what well, contributing writers. I'm primarily interested in investigative reporter, those that will go out in the SL and the real life community, and they will actually, hold on, I have a 4-year-old, so you guys might hear him whining.
Yeah, this is Second Life
In a
that
nutshell,
happens, yeah.
just that's what I'm really interested in, getting writers. Yes, I'm very interested in who can not only just write about real life stuff, but Second Life stuff too. Now, and I'm interested in writers that can do investigative pieces, that are not afraid to do interviews and to talk to the community, because we are serving the community, so it's only right that we interact and we talk with them and that we quote them.
Okay, awesome. So now, tell me, where do you want to be in your endeavors within the next year or two? With what all you're doing,
I
or
wish,
maybe even
in an idealized way.
and maybe even ventures that you haven't even started yet. Tell us about it.
Well, I'm also interested in teaching classes in world, and I'm going to be teaching class on February 22nd called cyberbullying, and then after that I'll be teaching journalism basic class, teaching live shootings. So I want to extend that in Second life. My radio show that I'll get to on Sunday at 2 o'clock. That's going to be Parade Talks.
Wait a minute,
and
you're
we'll be talking
breaking
about
up.
light topics. Oh,
You're
okay,
breaking
I'm
up.
sorry.
You're breaking up.
Yeah,
I don't.
breaking up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you were. Just
Apologies.
talk a little slower, and maybe it'll happen. Okay.
Yeah, I was in another room because my son was asking to watch a show, but I'm really interested in what was I gonna say? I'm very interested in exploring my talk show. I'm gonna be doing a talk show called SL Parade Talks, and that'll happen every Sunday at 2 o'clock. In addition to that, I'll be teaching classes, and the classes I'll be teaching include cyber bullying as well as journalism basics, because I noticed that a lot of people don't understand components of journalism, so I want to help clarify that. That's what I'm really interested in, and I would love to teach English as a second language too. I do that in real life, and I would love to do that in world as well. So not only do I want to write, but I also want to teach writing, in world. And most of all, I just want to, because it's a nonprofit, I'm very interested in getting donations and getting that extra help that I need to help the publication flourish, as well as the other things that I'm interested in doing too. So even with the contributing writers, if they're interested in teaching, I'll be willing to train them, and they can also go out there and teach different staples related to writing too.
Well, you know what? That's nice that you want to give back too. A lot of people, they sit on their gifts, and I feel like gifts are. You have yours, I have mine, and we might even have something of the same, but still yours is going to be you and mine's going to be me, So I love that. I love that. You know what? I wanted everybody to give it up for Ms. Riri. You're going to have to come back again.
Thank you.
So a person just can click on, they don't have to subscribe to your magazine. I want to say this too. How often do your magazine is out? Is it every week, every month, or every day?
Usually I post stories up twice a week. So, and I'm the type of person, I'll let everyone know when there's a story on my webpage. I'll post all on Facebook, and I also post in the various groups that I'm involved with in Second Life too. So, I spread the word out myself, but wow, would I love to have a public relations representative to help me with that. But,
I hear you. You know what? As you grow, you will do it. Like you said, you started with someone, and you got the thing yourself. So it's just about perseverance. That's what I feel. Sometimes we get on something and it's really a good idea, but you have to build on it. And sometimes it takes months, years, but you notice it build. And I can say this: we're going on into our 6th year, I believe it is, our 6th year of doing this talk show. And there's times that I say, okay, it's time to, maybe we need to move on. And then somebody come and say, Pam, I love the show. I mean, you encourage everyone, and it's a benefit to them. Then it's okay, well, maybe we'll keep on doing it, because that's what it is. It's for everyone else too. And just to get encouraged, because we come in here, some of us, not doing much of anything, maybe, because we can't or whatever, and we come in here, and not only can we just make great friends, but we also can learn. I just could pull down a box. Now, I'm a heck of a modifier. I'm not a builder like Jaja out there. I have to say that, because she is an awesome builder. And Cookie is a builder too. My friend, she was building some of everything, and I just could pull a box out. But, as we in here, we learn to do things. I never did write, but even just putting the magazine together, of using Photoshop and things. This place here had me doing that, and learned me without going to school for it, and this and that. So this place is an amazing place if we make it be that. And I think all of us would agree on that. But I want to thank you for coming, and I thank you for being here. And you're going to have to come back again as you build, and I'm definitely going to start looking at your magazine too. Everybody give it up for Ms. Riri Sounderwood. Let's give it up for her. I think she was an awesome guest. Thank you. If you would just kind of sit over here by me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Just sit over here by me for the other guests. You know what? Everybody, I think that's some inform. Don't forget, take that link, the one with the org on it, and that's the magazine. Later on, I'm going to look at it. I didn't look at it before. And I'm sure good reading in here is good reading. We all get these magazines and don't look at them. But a lot of people do put a hard work to that, don't you think? Okay, so now we're going to go on to our next guest. Now, Miss Lady Java Divine is not here. I did talk to her earlier. She was coming on, but I don't know if she crashed because she was having computer problems. But we do still have an awesome singer here. And she agreed to sing. I always pull her in. She said she gonna get me. I know she is. But Lauren, before you even sing, I'm gonna get you up here on the floor, and I'm gonna have you talk to me a little bit. Come on up here, Lauren. You see, she wasn't even in the back because she just knew that she was gonna sit down here and enjoy Lady Java. But I'm so glad I claimed her in the family. So she just, But you know what? I do have some awesome guests, and they usually come if I ask them to. But come on up here. You kind of slow. I don't see you. Oh, you was trying to walk out? Is that you way in the back over there? No. You can't sing sitting at the table. Come on up here. Come on up here. Come on up here. I got you. You know what? I'm sure the people don't want to hear me sing. And, I think I can sing.
It's dressed. I am not even dressed.
That's all right. That's all right. Come on over here and sit down in your short skirt. I'm going to interview you just like you was a real guest. Yeah, she's a friend of mine. Let me get a hug first. Let me get my hug.
Oh, did you just say I'm not even a real guest?
No, because you family. You family. I have to say that. I have to say thank you so much. You know what? I'm always putting you in a bind, but you know what? I love you. You know that. And I know you got to love me to do it for me.
You because if I didn't care.
You would say, nope. Have a seat. Come on, let's talk a little bit. As I was saying, this lady right here, she comes when I ask her to, and she's a sweetheart. And we're doing some other endeavors in here too. And I'm forcing her arm on that too. But I ain't gonna let her out of it. Because she's good at what she does. When she might do something, it's done, and it's going to be first class, and I like that about her. Now, I'm sure, I'm going to assume that everybody have heard about you that's here before, but I'm going to assume that there's a few who's never heard of you before, and so I want them to get to know you. So now, let's go through the story. You came here to Second Life. How did you come here? And what all have you done since you've been in here?
Well, I got into Second Life after the end of my daughter's first year of college. We were sitting around. It was summer. And we had nothing to do because I was homeschooling at that time. And we were all on vacation and extremely bored. And so she told me about this grid thing, and so we went to go and check it out, and we've been in here ever since. That was 2010.
Ever since. Yeah, you even was addicted real bad one while when you first get here. And then now you can calm down and say, okay, I can come when I need to be and when I want to be and because I enjoy to be, not because I just got to. Because there's so much this. Unless what?
Landscaping. If I'm landscaping, if I can stay on around the clock, I will.
Awesome. Okay.
I love landscaping. I don't know what it is about it, but I love it.
See, I didn't know that. You see that? You telling me stuff. And I will pick up the phone and call you. Okay.
Yes, you will.
So you come in here and, you've, we know you're a singer because everybody know my last guest is normally an entertainer of some sort, whether they're dancing, singing, etc. And you like the landscape and stuff. And so tell us something about you, Lauren.
About me?
About you.
I'm pretty simple, really. You know, I don't play all the games that a lot of people play in this game. My sense of time is very good. It's quite chronological. I don't know what happens to most people. I don't know what happens to most people when they come into SL, but somehow time seems to speed up. You know, the idea that certain things can happen very fast. It's kind of, for me, it's just very uncomfortable. I guess because I'm a little bit older. I'm Southern raised. You know, so I move a little bit slower. I don't, you know, jump too quick into things. I've learned to take my time in, you know, selecting the things that I do. The only thing that I will react quickly to is you. As you can see, I'm sitting up here on the stage.
Yeah, and I put in there, I see I pre-warned you through the show you might have to. So I did give you some leeway.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it. I love you. You know, and what makes it so bad is you're an awesome singer, you know. I have a lot of singers in here. I mean, I have a lot of singers on this stage that is awesome. And I mean, that is on top. And you are one of those on top of the top, too. And I just want you to know that. And I think that, you know, we all should encourage each other too in what we do, and you know, whatever that might be. So even when I see my guests out there, I try to give them a shout out and let people know what they're doing, even though they're not sitting up here, you know, at this time. Not that they haven't been up here or will be up here. So if I know it, I give a holler out, I give a shout out. But so anything you want there, because I got you in stream. You had to clear my throat and everything. I got you in the stream already. I do. I go find that stream if I have to, you know. But I got you in stream. But before, as you get ready to get on stream and do what you got to do, anything you want to tell the audience?
Not really. You know, just don't hurt nobody out there. Because behind these Abbeys are people with feelings.
Agree.
That's it.
Agree. Awesome. That's the thing. Everybody, no hurting nobody else. If you don't like somebody, get away from them, okay? You don't have to step on them. You don't have to make them feel bad, because everybody come from somewhere, and everybody have hurts and dreams and all of that. But right now, I'm going to give you the floor. I want everybody to give it up for Ms. Lauren Illu as she come to us and give us a couple of songs here. I didn't give her much time, but you know I want that Jill Scott, my man thing, okay? Anyway, I just put that
my man. What my man thing?
I don't know, but I don't even know the name of it. I just know
Lord. How you gonna make a request and call it? Okay, you done wrote her own song.
I done wrote my own title. And everybody, you're welcome to sing also. I mean, to dance also, because you have the things down there.
All right, I'm miking up. Hold on.
As she's miking up, there's also the globes up there. You can dance if you like.
When you touch me, I just can't control it. When you touch me, I just can't hold it. The emotion inside of me, I can feel it. Ooh, ooh, that one too rough, you know. I hope you like that one. That's my Jill. Love, Sister Jill. And I am looking to see my direction from Pam. I don't see anything. I hope you heard me. First of all, can you hear me still? I haven't dislodged anything, have I? Did you hear me? Okay. All right. I still have my my virus thing up. That's why it's so late and coming. All right. So let's see. It is, I got 2 minutes. So I'm going to do one more. And we're going to stay on the same vein, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just going to sing some stuff. Okay, here we I'll get you, Pam. Anyway. Okay, here we go. Can't believe you're touching me like the way you're touching me. I can feel past your skin into your energy. Feeling like the moon is under the sheets with us now. We're shining all bright and baby, I just don't know how. So this is making love. Oh, I can't believe it. Ooh, so this is making love. Oh, I just couldn't see it. I can't believe the way your lips. What this is, my love. Yeah, hey, hey. What this is, my love. All right now. So that was Jill's imagination. She has a very healthy one there. Okay. So that's it. And thank you, Pam, for having me. I'm going to mic down now. I'm going to drop the stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye, everybody.
Everybody give it up for Miss Lauren Illo. Isn't that beautiful? Wasn't that beautiful? You know, I mean, she has an awesome voice, and I'm very fortunate to have you as a friend and a sister in here of mine. So everybody give it up for Miss Lauren Illo again. So she's singing in here, and she does it like she wants to do it. And the reason I say that, you know, your club owner or whatever, you know, hit her up because she has the voice. Also, I want to give out kudos and thank you for Will Scott for coming. Everybody, you know, if you need a DJ or whatever, he's a DJ for your club, and I think he's overcome some awesome barriers. And you know, most of us, we get a broke leg, won't go nowhere. But you know, it is awesome what he does in here too. And Miss Riri Sunderwood, thank you so much for. If you want to sit back, get a cup of coffee and read something good of what's going on, look up that on your internet. We be on here. I put on my split screen sometimes. So I be looking at something in real life or whatever, or doing something and doing something in here. So I can multitask at times a little bit. So not a whole lot, but a little bit. And you know what? Thank you, the audience, for coming and being part of the show. Also, it would not be a show without my team and people that work here. And Miss Josie Wells, she's over there. She's doing the filming for, you can look us up on YouTube, Pamela Live Show. In that, and you'll see some shows that comes up. She does all of that. Also, we have Miss Zen. She's our stage manager. Come on up here, Zen. She's also my daughter here in Second Life. Amber was MC, that first voice that you hear. She's my niece here. It's kind of like a family affair, isn't it? But come on up here, Amber, and enjoy her. Also, we have out there Mr. Big Fox. He's the host here. I'm sure as you come in, he gave you a good hello and welcome here to the Pamela Live Show. He's our host here. Come on up here, Big Fox. Now, we also have some that is not here today, but I think I've covered all of them, and if I didn't, they will pull my coattail and let me know. Also, in the audience, thank you, Jaja, for stopping by. Also, we have, he's not here. Is August here? No, where did he go? Anyway, we have, Miss, who else do we have here that's doing something? Like I said, Cookie, she's a good friend of mine, and the reason why I'm here in Second Life. And thank you, Lauren. Thank you so much for my song. I love that Jill Scott one. Now, what's the name of that song? I call it My Man. My Man, that's all I know about that song. But anyway, thank you, Cookie, for that love, sweetie. Thank you so much. Now, if you're doing something here, Ava, thank you. Ava's been here on the show, if I'm not mistaken. She's a friend of the show also. If you're doing something here in Second Life and whatever, and you want people to know about it, come on and let us know, and we will showcase your story here in Second Life of what you're doing. Also, if you know of someone who would like to be on the show, let me know, and we will put you up here. I think Fox is crashing. I see him running, but he's part of the show. You see him down there. But if you have any questions or anything for the guest that's here, you're welcome to ask them, book them, whatever you need to do, or just ask them questions of what you need. They'll be here for a few minutes. Also, for the staff that's here, don't run because we're having a meeting, okay? So I have to get them before because they'll be gone. They'll be gone. They zip out real fast. So the show is over, and the mics are open. You're welcome to talk or ask any questions.